Now, the elbow escape is a hip escape using your elbow. So that's why it's differentiated. If I use my hip to escape, I'm going to call it a hip escape. But if I add my elbow to it, it'll be an elbow escape. If you hop on top of me in the mount, please. Freeze here. If I was to connect my elbow to your knee, straighten my leg, and then start to turn my hip and then really push it in, I might get it. You might just be lazy. So spread your knees out, relax your feet, maybe. Yeah, maybe. There's a bunch of maybes in life. I don't deal with maybes. Freeze here. My job right now is to make sure he's a part of my hip bones, okay? When he's a part of my hip bones and I build that same frame for a hip escape, I can take all the weight off of one leg. I'm gonna do that in the opposite angle so you can see his knee. If I put my foot outside of the hip and build a frame, his knee comes off of the ground. So now, when I do this action, my leg straightens, my foot steps outside my hip, and I keep him connected to my hip bones by nailing my elbow in his hip and my hand on his hip. Walk forward, please. I'm not gonna let him walk forward. From here, hand on hand's fine, doesn't matter. Don't go overthinking that part. But the idea is, I'm gonna start to turn my hip to turn my heel. I'm not just gonna try and drive my knee and elbow together. I'm actually gonna dig my toes into the ground and I'm gonna turn my heel to the sky. Put your foot back up underneath my leg, please. Dig your hooks in. It's not happening, is it? Freeze here. Dig your hooks in. Ah, now I can't do that. Dig the hooks in. So what I'm doing is the opposite of what he wants. Now I'm gonna bring my elbow and my knee together to elbow escape. So hop off of me, please. When you do this action, the idea is you're still pulling your heels to you. You're still going to be building a frame on the partner to make them a part of your hips. So as we do it as a warm-up, build a little frame, straighten the leg, and now from here, as your hip scoops, dig your toes into the ground and turn your heel to the sky. When I turn my heel to the sky, my right foot equals my left knee. If I'm lazy on this, you'll be able to get up underneath it. But if I push from my foot to my knee, you can't lift my knee off of the ground. I'm gonna drive my elbow and knee together, switch sides, heel up, drive my elbow and knee together, and then I will walk up the mats doing that. So as a warm-up, should look like this. Here, boom, heel to the sky, touch, heel to the sky, touch, heel to the sky, touch, as you slowly move up the mats.